Hello everyone and welcome back to part 2 of Let's Play Europa Universalis for Yemen. When we left off last time, we had just crushed Oman to control the southern third or so of the Arabian Peninsula. This time, we're saddled with some internal issues that might happen. If you look, we have some rebel factions that might be popping up. Our overextension is a little bit high, and we have some loans that we have to pay. 48 in total, it looks like. So, no, 66 in total. Let's pay off 2 of them. And then we'll wait for the last one so that we don't accidentally bankrupt ourselves into another immediate loan. Alliance offer from Adran. That name sounds familiar. Down here, yeah. Don't think so. It's not advantageous to us yet. We don't want to get dragged into anything. Now, what I didn't realize last time was that Najd took an early peace with Oman, and they gave some money, and they ceded 1 province to Oman, which was this province, the only remaining province of Oman's, which is kind of funny. If we want to expand further into the Arabian Peninsula right now, it looks as though the easiest way to do that would be through Najd. However, they are currently one of our allies. Are they allied? So Shamar is not allied with Najd, so they would not get in the way. In fact, the only 2 nations that Najd is allied with are me and Hormuz. Hormuz being the little funnily rendered island over here. This really does look like a graphical error, and it might be because of one of my mods. So we definitely do need to wait a while before we consider expanding anymore. But in the meantime, we can make our plan, and I'm trying to decide whether to go against... Oh my god. Okay, I am definitely not attacking Hassa. That's not happening. They're allied with Oman, not a big problem. Hijaz, we've been through that before, and Karakoyunlu. So it does look like the low-hanging fruit in this case is Najd. So at some point in the near future, once we've stabilized a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and break off the alliance there. Need to keep an eye on these rebellions. A little bit worried about them. The Shia Zealots are in Akhaf, which is where you. I believe if I park my troops in there, they'll settle down a little bit, which I believe is a mechanic. If there are 2 provinces that have exactly the same chance of rebellion, it decreases for the one that you're on, so that they pop up in the other province, most likely. So 8.4, Sana'a, Najran. I think... Is that the one that I'm currently proselytizing in? It is. Now, their rebellion is going to be... they're going to be rebelling a lot more often because of that. We definitely need to reduce our war exhaustion. What are the effects of that? National unrest, plus 2.05. Manpower recovery speed, minus 2. Recruitment time, core creation cost. Oh yeah, definitely. We need to reduce this. Diplomatic power, absolutely. Sold. Okay, cool. We'll get up to 20... The lowest one right now is 50, which is Kawasim. Where's Kawasim? Oh wow, way up there. Mouse. Okay, Ooh, Baluchistan has announced us as their rival. Well, that's weird. They're pretty big, aren't they? What's their army like? Military. Armies. Baluchistan. 8,000. Pretty similar to us. Actually, what does the ledger have to say about us at this moment? Don't think I can search through the ledger, at least not just by typing the name. Wish it worked like them. Okay. Yemen. Our force limit is 11. Manpower and total, we can see those just by looking at the map. Temporary insanity of monarch. Oh no. Yusuf II has been acting very strange the last couple of months. It would seem like he's suffering from a temporary crisis of insanity. As a result, our realm is left with very little efficient guidance. Request military guidance. Lose 10 prestige, of which we don't have very much. Lose 5.73 ducats, and gain some tradition, or request administrative guidance. Lose 10 prestige, lose 5.73 ducats. Well, administrative power would be much more helpful to us in this moment, right now, if, we're definitely going to lose the 10 prestige and 5.73 ducats, so let's just go with the administrative power. That puts us on the on the track to core another province quickly, which is definitely what we want. Coptic zealots. The only Coptic province is down here, so that's definitely where they would show up. The problem with a single province like this rebelling, island province rebelling, is that if we want to put it down, we're going to have to take the hit of unloading our troops from the boats, which is pretty heavy, and most rebellions are actually pretty difficult to put down because they're relatively big. If we only have this many troops, so that's gonna be difficult. Let's see here. War reparations plus 0.39, fleet maintenance, interest isn't that bad. Fort maintenance, we need to mothball our forts because we have 2 now. Yeah, that should help us for sure. If we get attacked, clearly we need to do something. So, okay, that put us just over the edge. Fort maintenance is -1. Okay. We do have 2 now. Whoa. That was mothball all forts. This fort does not... Oh, it is mothballed? Why is this one red? I thought that might indicate that it's mothballed. It has a mothballed fort. Why is this one not? I guess maybe they don't have a red capital fort icon. But then, why do I have the -1 still here? Fleet maintenance, army maintenance. I thought I put the fleet maintenance down. Well, the lowest might not be. Oh, no. Okay, fleet down. Well, thank you. That's very helpful. At some point, we're going to have to reduce inflation. Let's just watch things play out for a minute. What did we lose? Oh, right, we lost that 10 prestige from that decision. Are you still Oman? You are. Your color... Is that the color that you had before? Whatever. Alright. Just gotta wait for these cores to happen. And these rebellions are progressing. Omani separatists, of whom I would assume there are a lot. Yeah, all of those provinces are pretty suspect. Wonderful. Zufar, which I believe was the war goal in the last war, yeah. Okay. We should put our diplomats to work, I think. Okay, what should we do here? Hijaz hates us. They're allied with Hassa only. Now, I wonder exactly what it means by independence guaranteed by Mamluks. If I just got into a regular war with them for, I don't know, a single province, would that mean that they'd come in on Hijaz's side? I suppose the only way to really, in that case, take land from them would be to enter into a war with an ally. They would enter as a co-belligerent, then you would take... no. Because if they enter as a co-belligerent, then I suppose... I mean, how similar is it to having an ally? That's something I really need to get cleared up before I stumble into anything with Hijaz. For the moment, though, I do not want to get attacked by them, so I think I'm going to improve relations. I do have a border province with a doll, it would seem, though. So, I can fabricate a claim on a doll, which would give us a good path into Africa. They also don't have any allies. That seems like a really good opportunity, and I think I'm just gonna fabricate the claim, even if Tajura, since it's bordering. I think I'm gonna fabricate the claim, even if we don't end up using it, because it could come in handy. Okay, so we've got some provinces cored, that's good. And we have 70 to Korsuhar. My Sultan, our subjects who embrace Omani, have finally been able to prove their loyalty, so we are now accepting Omani as an integral part of our nation. Their language and culture are a part of our national heritage, which should decrease some of the unrest. 23.5% chance. The Omani separatists are clearly the most angry. Next month I should be able to afford to core Suhar. Yes, where is Suhar anyway? It's this one. Yeah, one of the farthest provinces. Alright. How much was our last loan? Our last loan was 22. We probably don't... Do we have enough? Our balance is currently 0.81, plus 0.81 per month. Interest, army. While these rebellions are so far away from happening, I think I'm going to decrease the army maintenance, which should put us over the edge, just enough to be able to pay our loans safely. Plus 203. We'll leave it like this until one of them gets to about 80%. It's possible that there will be another military threat before the rebellions, but I don't know how likely that is. The province of Kawasim is now considered part of our patrimony, which will defend it to the last drop of peasant blood. Yeah. Okay, the one up there on the horn. Good. Do we have a rebellion map mode or unrest map mode? Diplomatic, right? Nope. Political. Rebel types. Shia zealots, Yemeni peasants, Omani separatists, and Coptic zealots. That's actually pretty useful. I think I'm going to stick that down in here. Rebel types. Diplomatic. I never used that one. So, can I remove you? Yeah, add another map mode. I want you. I want unrest. Okay, cool. Unrest. Yeah, you guys aren't bad. Overextension plus 0.85, religious unity plus 213, active missionary plus 6. Yeah, the active missionary really does increase things. Intolerance plus 1.32. And then all of these guys are just really upset. Wow, separatism super duper increases things. And you get 10 years of separatism if one of your provinces is sieged down by rebels, so that's another vicious cycle. We really don't want to let any of these provinces get sieged down. So we need to save up our money. My Sultan, Morahan, declared war upon their new enemy, and Dal, they cite conquest as their casus belli. I have no doubt that they're going to win. I really hope that they do not take all of it. That would be really not good for us. We've been informed that our agent in Tajra has been discovered by a Adul while fabricating a claim in Tajra. Our reputation will suffer and our progress will be slowed significantly. What percent are we at with that, anyway? 66%? Yeah, 66%. Oh, pretty far already. What is our max? Maximum manpower of 14,666. 668. 10,000. 4672. I suppose our manpower is going to increase significantly from all of Oman that we swallowed up. 50 military power versus prestige. We haven't been using military power for anything lately, so I'm just gonna let that go. Although, we don't want to forget that technology is still a thing, even though we're the Muslim technology group. 40% extra monarch points. We were gonna want to westernize as soon as possible. Westernization will reduce our stability by 3. We'll then slowly westernize, and our progress will depend on our monarch power. Each month, up to 10 monarch power will be drawn from each category. Countries with a higher development level will westernize more slowly. When the progress is finished, which will require 2,800 power in total, my god, we will change our technology group to Western. Effects during westernization: national unrest plus 5%, advisor costs plus 50%, because they want it to take as long as possible. So that's going to be in a while, for sure. Marketplace, and royal military tactics. Alright. Wow. Yeah, I feel like these guys are just going to be completely annexed. Oh, 70%. Omani separatists. Where's your number 1 most likely province? They're all equal. All of them are equal. I have a feeling that they're going to spawn off like 12,000 regiments, probably. When is next revolt will be in about 1.1 years. Can't really do much. I can do harsh treatment, but that would take 62 military power, and it would only set them back a little bit. It would only matter if we were building up forces, which I suppose we'd better do. 6,000, 2,000. The next one should clearly be cavalry, which I don't even have enough money for. Awesome. Influx of unbelievers. Our realm has seen a sudden increase in the number of immigrants crossing our borders recently. Many are refugees fleeing wars and poverty elsewhere in the world, and most stubbornly refuse to give up their false religions and embrace the true faith of Islam. Should we not close our borders to infidels such as these? Yes, send them away. No, let them keep their faith. Again, this is just a gamey thing. Gain 25 piety. Thank you for the piety. I actually don't even really know what piety does. Religion, which is really funny because it's a cross there. Okay, piety is at 100. My goodness. What does the piety do? Missionary strength plus 3%. Morale of armies plus 10%. Fort defense plus 20%. That sounds awesome. Tolerance of the heathen beliefs. Catholic, Orthodox, Coptic, Theravada. We're actually making some progress here. Should finish in 1456. And, okay. the war going better for them? You're allied with Malindi. What even is Malindi? Wow. That's... You really are reaching far down there, aren't you? Alright. Need to build up 100 before I can do much else. They're still at 70, which is good. I'm gonna go ahead and get that cavalry right now. Okay. Alliance offer from Ethiopia. I don't know. I don't know Ethiopia, should I? Your rivals are Adjaran, Hijaz, and Adal. Maybe we could be of use to each other, Ethiopia. Let's see. What else do I need to check? What's your army like, Ethiopia? Okay. Ethiopia. Looks like you just got through a war, but your force limit is pretty high. How many wars do you go to? Are you going to drag me into your wars? If and when I go to war against Adal, you would definitely be helpful. Don't know if I'm convinced about it yet, though. What should we do? So I guess this is kind of the question of whether we're gonna do the African route or we're gonna do the Arabian route. I think the African route is easier. I'm gonna go ahead and accept. Awesome. Recruiting regiments. They're still only at 70. That's good. Wait. Sharjahi separatists? Kawasim. So that's just up here. I thought you said that you were Imani separatists. Sharjahi? Why are you green, if that's the case? What is Sharjahi? Is that a culture type? No. Religion? No. Religion and province. Ibadi. What even is Ibadi? Is that it looks like it's a Muslim sect. Huh. State religion Sunni. Wow, Shia really is not doing well. Pretty much every Shia province I can see is being taken away. Oh, okay. Grenada. Oh my goodness, is Portugal being invaded by France? What's happening here? France and Austria. You're fighting defender against France in the French reconquest of Gascogne. Gascogne being exactly which province? Right, England. Oh, England and Portugal were historical allies. I guess this makes sense. We're doing the 100 Years' War thing right now, aren't we? Alright. Except, I don't remember seeing Portugal straight up being invaded by France. That's pretty crazy right there. Alright. Back to the homeland. Need to wait until we build up 100 to core Muscat. Why is Muscat... Is that the capital? It is the capital. I guess that makes sense that they would be the most expensive to core. Cost of 36. We've gained the conquest Casus Belli against Adal. Oh my goodness, they're actually winning? Allied with Malindi. I wonder if Melindy's... Now they're occupied by a dull proper. That's pretty cool. Okay, what's our military maintenance like right now? Huh. Huh. Alright. What's our next move? Oh, our next move is that the Omani separatists are at 90%, and I need to put that shit down. Which means I need to increase our army maintenance. And I want to unmothball this fort in particular. Can I do that from this menu? I don't know. I can't. I don't think I can. So I'll do it from here. Activate all forts. Activated. We're gonna be pulling some serious money now. Oh, jeez. Okay. Well, this is just awful. Okay. Routes to fix this. I don't want to go up against this guy for anything. I don't want to go up against this guy with anything less than like 15,000, which is only slightly less than twice this stack right here. Mercenaries come to mind as a possibility. Do we have military access? Because if we don't, we should totally request military access. I'm glad I haven't broken off the alliance yet. If we can just snipe these guys out. Wonderful. Nope. Okay, now let's see here. River crossing? I doubt you have river crossings. You might have some sort of penalty, but it wouldn't be a river crossing. Terrain is coastal desert. Terrain here, coastal desert. Alright. I'm sure that our morale will improve by the time that we're there, so... Wait. Which general? I think we're going to stick with the current general. Of course, now it's going to have separatism for 10 years or whatever. Wait, because of the fort in Muscat, this had no further effect on the province? That's amazing! That's awesome. Slow things down before we... Oh, numlock. Before we get in there. It looks like they're staying where they are, too. They're staying put. Now, I might be kind of walking into a trap, because these guys could break their siege and come in. But I think I'm just gonna... Nah, I'm not gonna just take the chance. I'm gonna buy one merc. Infantry. Ooh, okay. No, you stay here. I'm gonna wait for this merc to be built, and then I'm going to attack you here. Because that puts me out of range of you. Where's my new merc? Where is my new merc? Are you built? Are you building? Oh yeah, you just didn't merge up. That's fine. Let's do this thing. Man, forts are useful. We're consistently... We're rolling higher than them. They've got an advantage to us on the shock phase. We've got advantage in the color phase. But we're almost twice as many as them, especially. And since the rebels will just disappear. So let's unsiege. There we go. Unsiege. Gotta press the win button. Oh, okay. Can core the province is under siege. Oh, alright, we can't core it while it's under siege. Or start the coring process while it's under siege. What is coring supposed to represent, anyway? I think it's like establishing your own governmental offices and whatnot within the province. So they go to your DMV. Okay, what are we gonna do? Mercs. You'd need like 4 more mercs to do this. Should I? I might as well. Need 15. I don't have enough money. I could just take a loan though. And I think I will just take a loan. I'm gonna have to take a loan. Oh my goodness, 41? Wow. That's a lot. Okay. I will merc up. And merc. Wait for him to form up. I'm just gonna hope that this one doesn't get sieged down before we have a chance to make it in. I'm also gonna hope that attrition hits them hard. I probably shouldn't have used mercs just now. I should have used plain old troops. I still can use plain old troops, can't I? That would put us on the path to another loan immediately, which I don't like the idea of. Okay, let's see. We've got the possibility of about 675 more troops to be replenished if we wait until the first of the month. That's 100 right there. We're now slightly above them. We're not going to have any sort of crossing penalty. Their morale is high enough. Their general is 1 star. That's all we know about him. If I just went up against them now, we might just die. Just die immediately. I'm gonna take another loan, and I'm gonna get a regular, plain old cavalry unit. Not a mercenary. Right there. Wait for it to... Is it built? Oh, 85 days. Wait, harvest failure. It's just for 1 province so far. That was the war goal from the last war. I don't think they're going to siege this down completely before we get our cavalry unit in. So we should be fine. Oh, 7%. That's a positive number now. I don't like that. The Sharjahi separatists are at 60%, which is up here in Kawasim. Come on, build faster. I don't like any positive number there, even if it is relatively low. You know what? I'm not going to be there until the first of the month. Wait like 3 days. 1, 2, where on the 3rd of November, which is after the 1st, we'll have made our morale. Please. Please work. We only have a numerical advantage of a... Damn it, really? It's terrible. Had I not waited those 3 days... Alright, let's check out... oh my goodness. They have a terrible general. Yeah. King of Burgundy, guys. Ooh! Burgundy's still around. He's gonna go to France. Weird. Yeah, I think we've got this. Ooh, that's not a good roll. 5 to 8. 3 to 1. And we're back. Wonderful. Go away, mercs. Die. We don't have time for your kind. We are still losing money. Army maintenance, fleet maintenance, fort maintenance, country modifier. Foreign contacts expired in Yemen. Wait, what is foreign contacts? Making the right diplomatic moves at the right time has improved our international reputation. Huh. Oh god, this is gonna take forever. Because it's a fort. And the Sharjahi separatists are at 70%. $225. Religious unity plus 70.9%. Wow, we really do need to get a handle on our religious unity. First thing to do is to core the province, though. And then to get some more money. Arrival announced. Hijaz has set Medri Bahri as their rival. Weird. Whoa. We're being invaded by Sind. Is that just wasteland? That's just wasteland. Okay. Awesome. Now we can core some stuff and mothball some stuff. And then hopefully pay back some loans. They're at 95. I'm gonna maintain the diplomat, I think. Of course, our one good general died. Adul. Oh my god, Adul won the war and annexed their attacker. That's cray-cray. We're getting pretty high in military. We might be able to go up a level. We need 808 to get to level 4. That is just insane. Military is level 4. 3, 3, 3, 4. Do small countries have it easier or something? Seems like maybe. We're getting plus 0.81 a month. Fort, we can mothball some forts is what we can do. Military, mothball. Plus 0.83. First of the month it should tell us that we are doing better. Yes, that saved us 1 gold a month. What are we going to do now? A dull? Is a dull where we should take it from here? No. We still have to deal with this internal stuff. Now, the next one to fire looks like it's going to be the Sharjahi Separatists. So, they're going to have weak morale when they pop up. So we just need to make sure to increase our... The Shia Zealots actually might rise up before them at this point. And if I sit on the province, it's actually more likely that the Shia Zealots will pop up first. That's a tough problem. Looks like we're getting close to being able to increase our stability, though. 225, just a little bit further. Almost twice as much. You know, no, it's actually over twice. It was 121, not 112, my bad. Rebel uprising. Oh my god, they're both at 80%. Yeah, we need to increase our maintenance again. On armies. And forts. If we have to take another loan, then we have to take another loan. Give to the state? Oh my gosh. Good governance would sometimes prompt the nobility and the businessmen of the realm to donate cash to the treasury out of pure patriotism or in exchange for the sales or transfer of honorary titles and positions. 13 ducats is not a ton, but it's not nothing. If you guys, oh no, oh no. If you guys rise up next month, I'm kind of screwed. Oh, in fact, I don't even have a general equipped right now. That's terrible. Okay. Our last one died, so we need a new one. Fingers crossed. Please be good. No, he's actually worse than our heir. So, I'm just going to assign the heir. Functionally, he should be the same as the heir. Because the maneuver shouldn't matter during the battle, I believe. Oh my goodness. Whoa, crazy. We got... Oh, they get a crossing penalty. That's perfect. I didn't realize that they got crossing penalties in situations. Their general is good. 222. Okay, now the ideal situation is we give the Shia Zealots. They have Akaf is the one. They're about to be converted. So wonderful. Okay. Except that now they're not. So the next revolt, 83, send to Joff. Now the odds of them firing are much, much lower. So disaster kind of averted, I guess? Man, that was... crazy. 800. I believe if I don't press this button, it will eventually regenerate to its original size, but if I do, it will be smaller because it cramps down, it cramps each type of soldier into as few regiments as possible, which makes each individual regiment stronger, but it increases the odds, or sorry, it increases the amount of money you eventually have to spend in order to regenerate. reinforcing is costing us money. I need to wait for these guys to fall. Okay, you guys... Joff is at 6.3, so Joff is where you're going to be. And I need to recruit some troops to there, for sure. What's our current makeup like? Of course, you can't tell me when I'm in this mode. Oh my goodness. We need infantry for sure. Infantry is where it's at. I really hope that it's not a big revolt. $4.8. Next revolt in 1.6 years. Just an estimate. And it is tough to bring your country into alignment after you've conquered something. Peasants' War. From Delhi. This is why I really want to bring the stability up. Whoa! Fuse Zealots and Sun. Oh no. Okay. Options are... I need to double my army right now. Which is going to take like 2 or 3 loans. Alright, this seems like a relatively good stopping point. So I'll see you guys next time on part 3 of Let's Play Europa Universalis for Yemen.